are doing some fine tuning on the 350. As you can see, we've got a little bit of improvement since the last time. I think I did a short on this. Got a lot more to do, but we're making headway. We've went back a few steps, delayed us a few days. Had to rebuy gaskets a couple times, but for the most part, we're still plugging away. So I got the carburetor tightened down. We're to the point to where we need to start putting some vacuum lines on. Work on the fuel line. I believe we're going to have a little bit of hood issue problems. I didn't think anything about that, but lack of doing research. So I did get a special breather that's recessed, so once we get some more of this buttoned up, we may give it a try. I'm not really, I guess last resorts, we cut a hole in the hood. I really don't want to do that, but we shall see. Well, hello, Maria. How are you? You sound like Mario. Ha! Okay. Well, maybe because I played Mario so much in my life. I don't know. Could be. Could very well be. But we made a costly trip to 2 part stores today. New gas line set up. I think we're going to have that because of the breather that is going to go on here. Got some vacuum lines that's going to have to get plugged up. How's your day going, Maria? Are you, didn't you say you were on holiday for a few days from school? I'm gonna have to get another light because this one's not cutting. I don't think you guys could see what I was doing anyway, because I can't see what I'm doing. Trying to get the vacuum line off for the vacuum advance way back here. And we've got to run from back here, we've got to run it all the way up to this port here. And again, I wasn't aware of that until I phoned a friend. But anyway, and I may have not got the right vacuum line, but anyway, we shall see. We shall see, we shall see. The hole looks about the same. Do I have a messy desk? Well, let me turn you around, Maria. What do you think? That meet your standards? I think I got Randy beat. What do you think? But I actually work on that desk. It's very possible I haven't beat. It's time! Hang on, guys. I gotta take this. All right. Are you guys still there? I had to take that phone call. It was about getting insurance on this car. Hey, Lotus. Go clean. I ain't got time to clean my desk, Maria. So, did I lose y'all? Okay, good. All right. I was just checking because I had to mute it. All I did was mute it. I didn't shut it off. I muted it so I could take the call from my insurance guy because I didn't want to wait till the last minute to get insurance on this thing. And I'd soon have it a little bit for an extra day or two and pay the extra than wait till the last minute. So I'm trying to get, I may have got too small a vacuum line. I think I did. So that's going to be a hamper. Well, I got to go back to O'Reilly's anyway in a little while, but yep, too small vacuum line. Oh well, I'll get the right size when I go back to O'Reilly's. But anyway, I've been fighting this for a few days. The first set of valve cover gaskets, or not the valve cover, the intake gaskets were wrong. And I ended up calling Felpro gasket company and said, hey, this is what I got. And the gaskets, no working. I'm not sure if this linkage setup is going to work. That locks in. It's a slow and tedious process. Well, I thought I put that pin in there, but I guess I did not. There it is. I did put it in there. I don't know if it's going to be long enough though. So what are you guys up to today? All right, we'll come back to that here in a minute. My ADHD is kicking in bad today, guys. Move some stuff out of the way. I would put it on my desk, Maria, but there ain't enough room. I need to see if the hood's going to close. I think it will now, but I don't know if it will with the breather on it. Take you guys down here with me here. Now, if you guys can see, there's not a lot of room, and we've got 2 inches to go, so. We're gonna have to rig up something because I don't want to smash and break that carburetor or the breather. The breather I bought for it won't work. It's set up too tall. So I had to special order a smaller breather. What I want and what they have. Are 2 different things. I definitely know that now, Maria, this car's not fancy like the Randys and their electronic stuff. I can tell you right now that is not going to fly. That's a 3-inch. Filter. And as you can see, maybe you can't. That hood's got to go down. It goes down to here. So, and it goes down lower as it goes. So, I've got this is a 3-inch. I got a 2-inch ordered. I don't think that's going to be small enough. So, I guess we'll find out after 4 o'clock when the parts come in. Well, hello you. Chris, how are you? I'm about ready to hey Richard, JB. Well, this is about a low profile of every one I might found. See how it's recessed? The flange is actually lower than the base, so what I need is a 1-inch filter. I can't find a 1-inch filter. I thought about buying the triangular Edelbrock to put on it. But it actually will be taller than that because it doesn't have a recessed base. So, but anyway, if you know of an outlet or something that I can get, I'm all ears, guys. I'm all ears. This is the only thing I could find that was local that I could find. Yep, Edelbrock. I wanted something they said that I could bolt on and not jack with. So we'll see. We shall see. By 1.5 inches. Well, I've got a Wix filter. I think it's a 72029 coming. That's the smallest one I could find. It's 1 7/8 inches. I had a different breather for it. And this is what I was going to use. Little filter element. I figured no problem. Well, it had a pretty good flange on it. Quote, had. A little butchery happened. And I ground the flange off. Well, guess what? It don't work at all now. Because the carburetor sets up higher. So I just wasted the base on this breather. But I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So, like I say, I started to put the intake on the first time, and the wrong gaskets, because it has some kind of funky heads on this car. So I called Felpro, talked to them. 5-minute wait turned into about a 45-minute wait to talk to somebody. But I finally did and told them what I had. They said, this is the part number you need. Okay. Well, another day went by. I had to order them because nobody stocks stuff for this old stuff anymore. Plus, Pontiac's been discontinued, as we all know. Why? I don't know. But anyway, I got it all put on. It's kind of been fighting me on a regular basis. If you watch that little short I did on you probably think I'm crazy, 2 hours to put plugs in. Well, I don't know if you can see that. There's a big old skin flap there from, that's why it took me a couple hours between the hissy fits and the finding the right tools and having to wrench it out a cog at a time on that one plug. Plus the bandaging up time, that all took a little time, but anyway. We've got new plugs, new plug wires. So far, new gaskets. I'm afraid to touch the water pump. It's not leaking now, but the water pump cover, there's actually timing chain cover, doesn't look the best. It looks like it's been JB welded together. So I'm going to leave well enough alone and do a crapshoot on it. I've got it scheduled to go in to the shop on Tuesday so I can get an inspection and the front end checked over to make sure that it will go straight down the road. Because I really don't want to drive it 3,000 miles of fighting the steering wheel. So they may tweak a little other things. I still have a power steering issue to address. Don't know if it's pump, the box, or the lines yet. I did get the van off the lift and I pulled it out, and I wanted to toddy this up a little bit more so I can get this shoved over on the lift and to see where the transmission fluid is coming out, if it's from the power steering or actually from the transmission. Hello, Grandma. How are you? I don't know if I'm missing anybody. I'm just got gonorrhea of the mouth. Hey, Ryan. Well, it may happen. This hood scoop may happen. I need a cheap hood scoop, but I don't need an Amazon plastic one that'll crack the first year. But that's unfortunately probably what I will end up having to do. Probably won't be no blower. I'm running out of time. Maybe down the road we may consider it, but right now, no. Hell, I didn't even know how many miles this car had on it till the insurance guy asked me. It's got 110,000 miles on it. Not too bad for a 50-some-year-old car. Not getting much work done, am I? I guess I like to talk more than I like to work. Well, it works, but it's bone dry on fluid. When I test drove it, it worked, but I'm sure there was some stuff that probably wasn't 100% disclosed, because it was a marketplace buy. But buyer beware. That's my own fault. I can't fault anybody for that. I'm hoping it's a simple power steering hose, but if not, second pump box. I'm not looking forward to I may have to send some of this stuff off because my skill level is not the best on this, and my work ethic isn't the best because ADHD kicks in and something shiny gets in front of me and I wander off on something else. I ain't got time to wander off on this project. So yeah, I got the right tool. I'm prepared. So, when the time comes, it won't be today though. Like I said earlier, I've been having a call Thumper. He's my resident Pontiac guy. He's probably getting tired of me bugging him, but I've called him or contacted him 3 times about different things here and there. You know, a lot of this crap's emission. And I Googled this. I can't remember what it's called now because my memory ain't worth a damn. But anyway, and you know what this is? See if any of you are close. It's got 3 vacuum ports and an electric connection. And it came off of the driver's side part of the intake. I can't remember exactly where right now. Excuse me. But the one vacuum line actually went to the vacuum advance. Well, you're close. It is a vacuum sensor, but it's obviously a vacuum sensor for the vacuum advance that it does something to the effect that, which I didn't know this. I'm just repeating what I was told because I'm pretty stupid when it comes to this stuff. But I'm willing to learn. You cannot have direct vacuum, manifold vacuum to your vacuum advance. I thought vacuum was vacuum. But again, what do I know? Anyway, this evidently monitors that somehow. Well, Thumper said you need a, don't quote me because I'll probably say it wrong, but I'm saying it as right as I know how to say it. A timed vacuumed. Let me get my part off the carburetor and I'll tell you exactly what it's called. Well, I probably left it over at the house. But I did. But anyway, one port on the carburetor, which is right here, is a vacuum that it has no vacuum when it's idling. The other side does, the rest of it does. But this is the port that has, when you accelerate, that's when the vacuum is, best way I can explain it. So that way your vacuum advance works as you accelerate, which it makes sense. I did not know that. So, but pretty much everything else is direct vacuum. So if any of y'all know how to explain it better, go for it. I'm not good at explaining it. Yeah, well, we don't want to do that, J-Bay, that's for sure. Lean is mean. Well, I don't know if this is going to be mean or not, so. Yeah, I'm doing shit that I don't mess with either, so. But anyway, it's got, what do we got? What is today, guys? 28th or something like that. And so I've got just a little over 30 days. Yeah. Won't be no nitrous in this puppy. 29th, okay. Well, the thing starts June the 1st. So I'd like to test drive this at least a couple times beforehand. I've got to get some new tires put on it because it's one of the reasons I'm taking it in to have an alignment done is because of the inside of the tires on both sides are bald and there's tread on the outside. So something's jacked up. And I don't have an alignment machine in my shop, nor would I know how to operate it. So, but anyway, it goes in Tuesday. I'm probably going to let them see if they can figure out where some of these leaks are at. And because we're going camping on Tuesday, so that's going to take, well, it's going to take 4 days out of my working schedule on this. We're going to take the new camper on a maiden voyage. Depending on the weather, I will probably do a few live streams while we're at the campground. Give you guys a little once through of the camper and stuff. Hello, Jesus. It's a Ventura. It's a Ventura 2+2, JB. The 2+2 means it's got 2 front doors and 2 back doors. Since about 98, yeah. Well, this is something that we had the old motorhome, and we still got the old motorhome. It's just, it's getting kind of old, and you know, if that thing breaks down on the road, you're kind of hosed, because very few people will work on it. Number one, because it's a motorhome. Number two, is because it's a diesel pusher, and nobody wants to work on them because they're hard to work on, hard to get access to. And number three, if it breaks down alongside the road, you've got to get the semi-tow truck to get towed anywhere. And if it has a major catastrophe, then you're looking at getting it hauled back to your house on a semi-trailer. None of that I want to spend money for. So I think we'll just keep it and use it locally. Nope, ain't none of that cheap. So that's why we just bought a travel trailer. I can pull it with the truck. If the truck breaks down, I can take it about anywhere and get it worked on. So, but again, I'm not getting anything done. I'm sitting here talking. I bought this line kit because of, I think we're doing that recessed breather. It's going to create a problem where the gas intake comes in, so we'll be having to take that off and replace it with this. It's just insane how much things cost. Absolutely insane. The banjo bolt, just the banjo bolt itself, to make it drop down, was like $25. This whole thing wasn't much more than that. All this hot rod stuff is kind of new to me. I never was much of a hot rodder when I was younger. I'm really probably not a hot rodder now, but gotta keep things in certain boxes or I lose them. Hardline fuel intake. Do not fully tighten. Okay. Let me see what kind of wrench we're going to need for this. You guys want to see what happens to a snap-on wrench when it goes through a garage fire? There is no finish left on it for the most part. I mean, it's even so messed up you can't even read the size on it. That's why I have a sticker on it, like you can read the sticker. But it was what I managed to scavenge from the garage fire. I think I found probably 90% of my snap-on wrenches. I didn't really want to get crazy with that. They give you so much room to work on stuff. I ended up having to buy a 3/8" gas line because the parts store did not have 3/8" vacuum line. Oddly enough, I think I ended up buying 6 foot of it for a run. It's got vacuum from here, and for the weirdest thing, your PCV valve is down in the valley pan here, which I ended up replacing that because that had been hard to replace with the intake on there. I don't know what that's for, but I bet put the plug in her. One thing I can say that is nice is that so far everything Edelbrock has been standard. But the intake does say made in America, so well, that don't look too promising. Okay, there it comes up. I'm beginning to wonder that it wasn't going to clear the choke. Alright, well good. It should have worked for what the freaking thing costs. So. Yes, and who had this before me did not have a metal gas line on it. So I can see these old transmission lines. They are cracked like you wouldn't believe. Probably doesn't help it Don't look like I'm gonna have to use any hose. I did buy a new fuel filter. I was thinking ahead. In, out. Okay. Just in, no out. All right. Yeah, I had a screwdriver out here. I must have used it elsewhere. That'll be one thing good once I get it in the other stall there. All my tools are all on the other side. So anytime I need anything, I've got to go over there and get it. Well, I will replace this hose eventually. I'm not going to right at the moment. But I've got to change the fuel pump. I've got it on there, but I figured it's going to be a whole lot easier to change it. Up on the lift, I've already been underneath this thing several times. And I don't have much desire to get back underneath it. Or at least on the creeper. And most of this stuff that's still a good fuel filter. So I'll be taking that with me. You never know. My understanding, and that's the way it should be on Poverty Tour, is that part of it is the brotherhood and the you know, you got a fellow person participating in it, you stop and help them along the way. Which I definitely plan on taking tools, mainly in case I break down, but I'll be more than happy to help somebody else that breaks down, because you know what? It could be me the next time that breaks down. I wasn't brought up in the me generation. You help somebody out when you can. Wow, that was a tough hose. Anyway, that'll be reused. Or repurposed, I guess you could say. That's the plan. We will not reuse this piece of hose, though. Because there's not much to reuse on it. I would really like to put a steel line on here, but we'll see how it goes. Not a good idea to run rubber line on that long away anyway. I looked at a small box of clamps like this. I don't know how many was in it. $23. $23. Ridiculous. I know I have a hose cutting tool, but the side cutters are handy. It'll be just fine. Carlo, what is up? Y'all go back to sleep 4 a.m. I don't blame you, buddy. I don't blame you. You're 18 now and you got baptized. Well, congratulations, buddy. I'm proud of you. Graduating as well. Very good. Yep, middle of the day. I know everybody's busy. Everybody's busy. I understand. I don't do much in the evening, guys, so I don't get on here much. Usually hang out with the Randys and I know I will probably, like I said, we go camping on Tuesday. We couldn't get hard to get a campsite on the weekends. Everything is booked for months. It's just a real pain in the butt. So the wife, she took off during the week so we can get some camping in. I made reservations for, a lot of you don't have any idea what is that, the Lake of the Ozarks. I think it was back in February. And there was only like 3 spots left. The Lake of the Ozarks is a real popular place. A big party lake. Not that we're partiers, but everything was pretty much full. I'm going to get a better clamp than that. But it's just crazy how anything recreational is just so hard to do anymore. But anyway, we'll get it. I think check-in is at 3 or 4 on Tuesday. So I'd like to do a live stream probably before Randy's come on. On Tuesday. We may do a supper cookout, not a breakfast cookout. But I'll probably be posting on the, I started a couple small channels for, one's kind of just for events, not necessarily car content. There'll probably be a little car content on it, but let's just say it's not a garage channel. We'll see if they go anyway. And another one's going to be camping and traveling. Far as there's probably not going to be a lot on it currently. Just sort of small camping here and there until about next year, but I kind of wanted to get it established. At least get up to the 50 mark where I could do live streams at campgrounds and different things like that. There's just so much competition out here for this automotive stuff. Looks like I need to cut the hose off. Well, that's supposed to be 3/8 barb. I don't know. It's not one to go. Yeah, that needs to be cut off. There it went. Good gracious, that tight. Tight. Like maybe a little small. There it goes. I have to get a little bit bigger clamp. This is struggling to get tight. It's all right. I'm gonna change your fuel pump anyway. I just kind of want to get an idea of what we're doing. That definitely is going to need to be cut off. We're going to take I bought a tri-gauge to put on there so I will know what my oil pressure is, my water temperature, and this is front is where the water runs through the intake. So I'll get them mounted and that stuff routed up, but for the most part, I've seen somebody do a short on how to form these hoses, so I need to go back and watch that. He put some kind of a copper wire in it, and took and put it in hot water and let it sit, and then it put it in ice water. And when he pulled the thing out, it was pretty much the shape that he had formed it in. Thought that was pretty good idea. I have to say that turned out pretty doggone good for a rookie. Not bad if I say so myself. Well, I'll have to put a T on the back one. But, yeah. Nope, it ain't no Mustang, Craig. No Mustang. So, a few more things to hook up and get the power steering pump put back on, the alternator put back on. We're probably going to delete the AC for now, or at least for this trip. I already get more money than I want to put in it. But, you know, I'm fixing it for the, where's the green bean? The green bean. The green bean. The green turd, be more like it. There be the green bean in all its glory. All its glory. The Pontiac here, it'll be Tuesday, it goes in for an alignment. And anything else I deem that I don't want to work on. So we had to push the old van out. So tomorrow I plan on putting this over in the other bay on the lift. I gotta clean some mess out of the way and put my toolboxes back where they belong. I had a mess in here from where I had the van, so. But I've started, I piddled on the headliner, got some of the lights in it wired. And then, you know, the ADHD kicked in and here I am back again on the Pontiac, but I've got to stay on the Pontiac this time. I've got to stay on it. I stopped by the shop that's going to do the alignment. I said, does it have to be running to get it there? They said, no, it'd be nice if it was running. And I said, well, that's my goal this weekend, to get her started. Yeah. Well, if you see the big old compressor over there in the floor, won't you send me one of them brand new? I don't know what them things are called, Frigidaires or whatever. They're monsters, I know that. So, I'm going to say it's so good because they didn't have a bell on it. Ugh. It's like a reman. It does, it does. God, these things are too damn heavy. Temperature control compressor. Palestine, Texas. Works with R12 and R34A. So, if I get that far enough, Ryan, I will, I'll look into it. I won't be doing it because I know nothing about it. I know there was no charge in it, there's no belt on it, so I'm going to say the compressor's toast. But I just don't really have the money I wanted to spend on a new compressor right now. How do I know it's that broken? Well, let's see, what did they tell us how to say this now? I got to remember the education and experience, I think is the way it was said. From your past experience. Most of the time, if a belt is off the air conditioner, or there is no belt, chances are I'm going to say a 75% chance that the compressor's bad. And they've cut the belt off because it's either A, locked up, or B, it squeals like a big dog. So, that would just be my guess. But we're getting there. It looks more like a complete motor than it was. So it looks prettier though than it did. I don't even know where the hell the old 2-barrel carburetor even got to from here. I know the old intake is sitting right there in all its glory. It looks like somebody's JB welded the timing chain cover, because they are notorious from my understanding of stripping the threads out. And I will get one eventually, but I'm not going to change the water pump right now because of that reason and that reason only. Everything else, for the most part, will be changed. Fuel pump. Everything but the internals, for the most part, will be changed out. I'm going to look at the brakes. They stopped real well. The brakes did stop good. The left front pulled a little bit, so we'll look into that. It may be simple things as the spring, because it's got drum brakes in the front. Eventually, I will change these over to disc brakes in the front, but it won't be on this trip. We'll tidy up some of these wires. Start putting this pump stuff back on it. Trim this down back off of it. I'll get the vacuum lines for the transmission and the heater all put back on. Get my throttle hooked up. It's a process, and I've had it apart so long that I have to scratch my head a little bit and think about it. But it only goes on one way, so I'll get it figured out. I've also got to figure out how to get to the lower heater core hose, because I'm replacing the hoses on the heater hoses. And I can see the top one, but I can't see the back one anywhere near it. Another project I'm looking forward to getting to, but I am going to change them, because I damn sure don't want it blowing on the road and having to fight it there. Yeah, I know. It's the old cast aluminum. The old cast aluminum. And like I say, it's not leaking now. So I'm rolling the dice. It's a crapshoot. Crapshoot, crapshoot. You know, the old saying, damned if you do and damned if you don't. There has to be a point where you finally say, enough's enough. So, finding parts on certain things have been kind of been a chore. These are supposed to, the vacuum wire, or the vacuum wires, the spark plug wires are supposed to be a factory set, but as you can tell, they're like 4 times too long. But they were pre-made for this car, for non-HEI. Everything, I have to order everything. Nobody stocks anything anymore. Valve cover gaskets, intake gaskets, spark plug wires. I'm not sure if they even, well, I got spark plugs from Rock Auto. I figured Rock Auto can't screw up spark plugs, but so. Anyway, I knew it'd been a while since I've posted anything. It'd been a while since I'd done a live stream, but I thought, well, I figured I'd show you guys my progress, and got a long ways to go, but I'm hoping if I can stick to it, I think I can have this thing to where I can start it here within a couple hours. But we're not going to run a live stream that long to find out, so. Braid the wires in a nifty way, yeah. Well, I did buy me some clippy clip things to kind of keep them from flopping so bad. I went off-brand and didn't buy Edelbrock. I brought Mr. Gasket. They didn't give me no sticker with this. I did get Edelbrock stickers for the carburetor though. Not a bad trade-off. Spend $500 for a carburetor and they give you a couple 50-cent stickers. It's all good. I'll put that in my box of goodies. We'll get that done later, like everything else. How long we been on, guys? Oh, good God, we've been on an hour. I'm gonna go over and sit down. I think everybody else has lost interest. I've kind of lost interest too, to be honest with you guys. Lost interest with working on it. We'll get her. It's a matter of time. It'd be nice. I come back from camping, the guy have it all fixed for me. I wouldn't complain a bit. Wouldn't complain at all. Well, there's an Olivia. What are you doing? "20 minutes, my parts will be in." I'm waiting on an air filter. I've got to get a battery cable. My ground cable, I took it off. Hard as a brick. So I'm sure it's half corroded inside. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and buy a new ground cable for it. Yeah, it's probably not very good. I'd still use it on a piece of machinery or something, but not something that's going to leave me stranded 500 miles from home. So. That right there. That right there, Olivia. No fuel injection. I'm getting it there. I got it tomorrow. What I gotta do? I got a package I got to mail to the Randys. Something I've had for many years, and I thought, you know, I'm never going to use this, and I figured that they could probably use it for their semi. So. Carlo, I thought you were going back to bed, buddy. You said it was 4 a.m. Can't sleep now? That I would keep you awake? I was already doing a little videoing on this, and I thought, well, I'll just do a live stream for now, and got to keep them watch hours up a little bit. Frank, what's up? So sick. He did a kickflip. I would do a bust my butt flip. That's what I would do. Yeah. I damn sure would throw my back out. Damn, Ryan. It's a couple years, you'll be the big 4-0. 4-0. He keeps going, he's going to be Jane's age. Then he'll be older than dirt too, Olivia. I'll probably beat him there, though. No, but I bet he taught you in school, Ryan. I've got to locate all my stickers for my board. I had a bunch of stickers from the No Name Nationals. Them guys were so gracious. You see that 118? That was my number at the No Name Nationals. That they were so kind. I actually belonged to another guy, and he surrendered it to me. They told me I could get 119, but 118 was my old badge number. So the guy was nice enough to give me his number. So now, as long as I continue to go to the No Name Nationals, that will always be my number. So, kind of proud of that. When you was in school, when Barney was still at the kids show. Oh, good God, I hate Barney. I do. Damn, I was graduating high school 9 years before that, Ryan. I graduated high school in 1980. You betcha. I've earned every wrinkle and every ache and pain. You graduated in 81, yep. Yep. Well, JB, I know we'll have people disagree with us, but we probably had one of the better ages to grow up. We didn't have helicopter parents. We didn't have participation trophies. We came home to an empty house because both our parents worked. We fended for ourselves. We had no computer games. We lived a really boring life. We rode our bicycles, raised hell in town, got hurt, brushed it off, sucked it up, and went on about our business. Oh, and if you got in a fight, ain't nobody calling nobody's mama or the police. You sucked it up and you moved on. I remember getting into it with a guy on the school bus. Yes, I lived out in the boonies. I had to ride in a school bus for an hour, both directions each day. But as soon as I got off the school bus, he lived about a mile away. We had a little come to Jesus meeting afterwards. So the next day, all was golden again. So. You're lying? Well, congratulations, Olivia. So what are you taking in college? What's your degree going to be in? Arts. Okay. Arts, you going to be artsy fartsy? I went to college a couple times, but I was a quitter. You know, rehab's for quitters. So, well, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. You know, totally different. Totally different than what it is now. There was no. I mean, and I'm glad there wasn't. I mean, you have to think about it. Uh, Now I know other guys are getting bored with it, but you know, we didn't have cell phones. Most of us probably as kids never had watches. You knew if you lived in town when the street lights come on, your ass better be getting home. Your parents didn't call around looking for you. They knew you'd be home sometime. And if you come home late, you'll pay the price. So, and you wouldn't be late the next day. There was never a lack of sunshine and outdoor activity when I was growing up. Bicycle, dirt bikes, any kind of trouble I could get into, I was all about it. Bullshitism. That's a new word today, Carlo. I like that word. Bullshitism. Ah, that's a good word. I'm going to have to write that on a board. Carlo's word of the day. Bullshitism. I can see you being artsy fartsy, Olivia. You are a good drawer. You are very good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's telling how you made your best friends to get in a fight with him. Well, the last fight I got into a guy with, well, we wasn't kids. It was actually at a union meeting. And he got into it with a couple of my buddies, and they were my buddies, so I had to stick up for them. And he was way out of my league. I shouldn't have jacked with him, but I did. I was a dumbass. And he was shoving this one guy around as my friend that at the time, he was rated like 100 or something in power lifters. He's a big dude, and he was tossing him around like a rag doll. And I was shoving the guy trying to get him off of him, and he hauled off and shoved me, and then my stupidity running rampant. I looked at him and stopped. I said, "You want a piece of my ass?" Okay, well, it kind of went downhill from there. I threw 2 punches, one in his mouth, and he smiled at me with blood coming out of his mouth. The second one, I hit him in the trach as hard as I could hit him. I mean, I had to jump up to hit the dude. He was that big. Like I said, I was stupid. The next thing I knew, I was out. Somebody swooped down and pulled me out of the way and run me into the bathroom. He broke my jaw in 2 places and knocked my ass out, and I was still standing. Needless to say, we weren't friends, but I didn't call the cops because I started it. And neither did he. You did it. You sucked it up. A week later, well, it wasn't a week later. It was 3 days later, I finally went to the hospital. And they told me I had a broken jaw, 2 places. A week later, I had a metal plate in my mouth. Then I heard through the grapevine that about 2 years later, the dude I got in a fight with was in prison for murder. So I guess I should be thankful it wasn't me he killed. There wasn't no rules in fighting, Olivia. No rules at all. If you bit off more than you can chew, just like I did, I licked my wounds and moved on. And I told the guy probably 3 or 4 months afterwards, I said, "Dude, I ain't got no hard feelings. It is what it is." Now everybody be like, "I'm going to sue you." And yeah, I probably could have. Whether I started or not, I probably could have. But that ain't the way I was brought up. I have no desire to get in any fights anymore. That hurts too damn much. And recovery is slow. Yeah. The only rules are, "Oh, you hurt my feelings. I need to go get in a room of puppy dogs and on a quiet space and dye my hair purple and pierce my nose." Piss everybody off. Good way to kill a live stream, right, guys? TikTok dance routines. Okay. Two schools stop using thick plastic lunch trays. Oh, Ryan, why can I imagine that? I can see you rearing back and swinging just as hard as you can and hitting somebody in the head. That is just absolutely hilarious. Yeah. Oh yeah. He spanked me pretty bad, but I had it coming. I could would have been fine if I just stayed out of it. But again, I've never been the smartest person in the world. The last person I asked you what about their feelings, I said they're right here in my pants. Ah, I'd probably say they're in the back of my pants to be more like it. Hey, leave the nose ring thing out of it. Olivia, I'm sorry. They're not cool. They are not attractive. They are not cool. Sorry. You may like them. That's more power to you, but I think they're disgusting. I can look at it at someone and if they have a nose ring, I will just turn my head. It just slap a hoe. That's right. Sometimes we all need an equalizer. And I did a karate chop on the edge of the first kid. A karate chop, huh? You weren't like the Urkel karate moves that he had on the TV show, were you? There you go. So get a septum piercing, I got you. Okay, yeah. Do you know why they put hog rings in the pigs' noses, right? There's a reason they do that. I don't know if you guys are probably city guys and probably don't know, but there are reasons that they put hog rings in. You are 100% correct, JB. 100% correct. To keep from rooting. Yep. We had hogs as a kid. Everybody thinks hogs are stupid, but they're really not stupid. They're pretty smart. They're a hell of a lot smarter than a cow is. Cows are ignorant. I just don't like facial piercings at all in any way, shape, or form. But to each your own, I guess. Well, I'm guilty of both, Ryan. I'm stupid and I'm stubborn. And hard-headed if that's goes with stubborn or even more so, but yeah. But I will admit when I'm wrong. I'll fully admit when I'm wrong. So I don't doubt that, Olivia. I don't doubt that at all. I want to ask you guys if you've ever seen this tool before. I thought about doing a review on it, but I don't even know what it don't even have a brand name on it. Have you guys ever seen one of these? I put it together. It's for I seen this, believe it or not, on a Facebook. I didn't realize it was an ad. It was a post. I didn't realize the advertisement, and they sucked me into it. It's for getting a bolt out of a hard to reach place that you can't get a ratchet and a socket on. Now granted, I've got a deep well socket, it's just whatever. Yes, I know it's 2 gears with a damn chain in it. But I can see how that would be useful. Like on some pulleys and stuff, not pulleys, but like accessories. I've got one bolt that I can't hardly get to on the power steering unit on that Pontiac. I'm going to try to do it, use this, and see how it works. It may not work with the dam. I don't know. I think I give $20 for it. Comes with different size of fittings, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, whatever. But I figured for $15, it was worth something. Oh, it's something. It's something Ryan uses to put on his furry suit. It probably tightens it up once it gets it on there. So you can reach down in it. Yeah. Well, I just thought it was pretty neat. They had the big spiel about working on a bolt on a cap motor that you couldn't get to, and it was a several-hour job, and this supposed to have done it in 15 minutes. Well, I hope I never have to get into that bolt, but I figured I'm going to give it a try. Hey, Valiant. How are you, Steve? It's for working on Fords? Good God, I know I'll use it then. I have too many of them sitting outside. Today we are not. That's a dying breed there. I got half your video on your floor jack watched. It's hard to get the long ones watched all in one setting, but I'll get it watched before the day's over with. I would have it on now, but the last time I had the TV on the last live stream, it had music in the background, and the live stream got copyright strike. Never had that ever happen before. Where's the green bean, huh? You're the second one that said the green bean. Craig said it too. Green bean's outside. You need to go visit it. I already went out there once, but I'll go out there again for you. The land of junk. The land of junk. Not all of the stuff's broke. Here's the green bean. With no motor. No motor at all. And here in about 2 weeks, depending on the weather, I'm going up to Dennis's at Twisted Mopar Garage in Illinois. He's giving me a boat that will have a donor motor in it. So, not that I ever want a boat. And not that it's really going to be free, because the time I spend a lot of money in gasoline up there to go get it and back, then I got to find something to do with the boat that I don't want. But Pontiac's first priority for Power Tour, or not Power Tour, Poverty Tour. The Pontiac's goes in the shop on Tuesday to get the front end aligned. I can't do that. Once that's done, we got to take and pull this up. I've got new tracks to put on it. And if I get around to it, I'll put a back glass back in it and get it back running because I need it fixed. Let's see, what's after that? I need to put an ignition switch in the Kubota, which is, it'll still run. But that'll be coming up sometime. That I ain't even thinking about the skid steer. Oh, the Pinto. Freaking sun's shining and it's raining. The Pinto will be the next car project. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Bronco yet. The OF100, I'm not sure. I'm considering, I bought it to put the motor and transmission in the Pontiac. But the more I think about the old F100, it's got a few dents in it. It's got some issues. But I'm thinking about lowering it and making it a shop truck. I don't know. I don't have much money into it, so it could sit there and rot away, and I don't really care, but that's my plan. But I definitely want to get the cruising Pinto going because I think that'll be cool. So I might actually be able to make some money off that if I get it running. They say them things going just in the shape it's in right there. $4,500 in California all day long, which we'll see. We'll see. I think the dump truck, I need to finish it up. I just lack interest on it. But as you can see, I got piles of dirt that I've dug with the excavator. And all that dirt needs to go down there on the pond and build up the dam. So, keeping with the movie theme, well, I hope it does too. Because Dennis from Twisted Mopar Garage is supposed to go with me. And I don't think he'll probably want to have to push on anything. I know I don't want to push on anything. But I plan on taking enough parts and for the most part and tools that I can work on about anything. So well, definitely the exhaust, that's for sure. I haven't seen it, but make the dump truck a lowrider. That kind of defeats the purpose there, Olivia. You know, hauling weight, dump truck, it kind of goes hand in hand. But Dennis assured me that the motor does turn the same way as a car motor. Somebody says that it turns backwards. I don't know. They said it does not. But anyway, intake and exhaust, not a problem. I'll probably change the intake anyway. I'll probably go back with an aluminum intake. So I'm sure it's probably got a 2-barrel on it anyway. Yeah, I know the exhaust, well, we'll probably go with shorty headers. I'm guessing probably what I'll need for the Mustang is shorty headers. What I want to do, I want to get it here and see if it'll start the way it is. And if it starts and runs, then I will pull it. If it doesn't start and run, then I just got a boat anchor basically, or a block. So yes, Junkyard Diggs did do a boat swap in a few videos ago, and he put it in a F-150, I believe. Yep, I think that's probably where I got the idea, to be honest with you, Lotus. Be cool to have 5 reverses, yeah. I told somebody today, So it go. That's why it'll go. It'll make that sound when you drive it. They're cheap. Exactly. Exactly right. They are just like me. Cheap. I'll just have to get a tranny to put behind it, but that's fine. That's minor. You can find a tranny pretty much a dime a dozen for a C4. But I'll stay away from electronic stuff. So, and then if I can't get somebody to take the what do you call it, the outrigger, the back of the boat, the gear drive off of it, uh, they don't. I'll give them the whole what's left of the boat. But if they want that, they have to take the whole boat. And if not, that's what they make a sawzall for. I seen a guy the other day. He had quartered the boat up and was taking it to the dump a little bit at a time. I heard you can attract a tranny by leaving a case of Bud Light on your porch overnight. And yeah, yeah. Anheuser-Busch did do that, didn't they? I think they attracted more than one. Kind of bit him in the ass, too. That was about the time I stopped drinking them. Stop drinking the Bud Light. That's going to be your spokesperson. Then I don't need to drink your beer. That's what happens when you have a company from overseas takes over an American brand. I don't know if there. You guys tell me. Are there any companies other than the little craft breweries? Are there any major beer companies? I know there's plants still in the United States, but are there any American-owned beer manufacturers still in the United States? And like I say, I'm not talking about the local craft beers because there's a bajillion of them. No tranny juice for me. I agree with you, Lotus. I probably Yingling. I don't know if I've ever drank them. Are they regional or are they national? I've heard of them. It's in Ohio. Okay. I know for the longest time, Coors tastes like Bud. Okay. I know a lot of my friends used to drink Busch and stuff, and I don't know. I got some bad beer from them one time, and I haven't been able to drink it since. But I'll drink in a course of a year. I might drink 6 beers. So PBR, yeah. Remember, that's why I used to drink when I was not legal to drink. Like that used to be the near beer type stuff, the watered down stuff. Now my grandpa, he was a hardcore drinker. Hey, Red David, how are you? He was the old Falstaff and Stag drinker. Black and Tan is a decent for an inexpensive beer. Cheap redneck beer. Talking about cheap redneck beer. Old Milwaukee. Milwaukee's best. That's fishing beer there. It was cheap, watered down, and give you one hell of a hangover. Oh my God. I haven't had none of that in years either. But I haven't had a boat to go fishing in either. The Beast, yep. You know you've hit rock bottom when you get the generic, the name brand beer. Just beer. You've hit bottom when you drink that. It's where they strain it, I think, through the leftovers. Have you guys ever had Moosehead beer? All right, Steve, thanks for coming in, buddy. I'll get the rest of your video watched probably tonight. I've had a few of them old floor jacks bite the dust on me. Called Beer Hug. Okay. Oh, it's a slogan. Have you hugged your beer today? Go home and have a nice beer hug. Okay. Well, whatever gets them to sell beer, right? Everybody's got a gimmick. Everybody has a gimmick. Carlo, you're back. Welcome back, bud. All right. Hang on. I got to write this down. I gotta go back on. What was your word again? I didn't write it down and I forgot it. Bullshitism or something like that? Help me out here, Carlo. Trying to go back and find it. Bullshitism. All right, we're going to the board. We're going to the board. That's my to-do stuff. Carlo. I don't write very good on this. I'm left-handed and I drag my hand through it. All right. I'll remember that tomorrow that way, Carlo. You're on the board. Carlo, bullshitism. I forget anything. That was way back there. Okay. Should slam the Bronco and make it a lowrider. If it wasn't four-wheel drive, I would be all about that, Olivia. Definitely. It's just hard to slam a four-wheel drive, or it would be in my opinion, but trying to get back to where I was at. We're getting there. Yeah, I agree, Ryan. That's about like me. Bullshitism, yes. We got her. Write down. Okay. I'm not going back to the board. But I got my crayon. I want to write it on that one. And I got cardboard. I may need Jane here to pronounce this. E-N. Enshittification. Is that correct? So I can write better when I write on something. I don't know what the meaning is of that, but anyway. Left-handed demon, you betcha. 100% been that way all my life. Replace the suspension with pneumatic suspension. Well, I've got some big old airbags that come off the motorhome. You've done a Bronco before? You've lowered it? Four-wheel drive? Just weld the axles to the brake. Oh, that rides smooth. Smooth it would. If you want a tank. Well, I've kind of thought about taking the body off of it, what there is left of the body, and putting some other kind of body on it. Maybe I can make a four-wheel drive Mustang out of it. It's already got a motor in it. What do you think of that, Olivia? Just take the Bronco body off and put the Mustang body right on the top of it. Definitely attract attention. Give me the motorhome and I'll come out for a week and help you with the car. I told some dude today I need to cut about a 20-foot out of the middle of that motorhome and make it a wheelie machine. He just kind of laughed. He goes, that sounds scary. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. Gear me out. Hear me out. Okay, hear you out. Hydraulics. Yep, I know. I know what hydraulics are. I'll click on that here in a few, Carlo, because if I click on it, it'll boot me out of the. It will boot me out of the live stream. If I'd done that, I would like to switch from the duals to the single wheel on the motorhome. I'm still considering doing something really stupid with that motorhome. Something really, really over the top. But, you know, it'll probably it'd be a year-long project probably. Find the Mustang body. Well, I got the Mustang body, Olivia. Make one of those off-roading monsters, yeah. Both are Fords, so you wouldn't be, you wouldn't be committing sacrilege. Oh, Hugh, slam. Drive a Pinto through it. Yep. Well, I ain't going to screw up the Pinto. I don't mind screwing up the Mustang. Them Mustangs, them body styles are a dime a dozen. The Cummins will fit into the Pinto. Probably if you cut the firewall out of it and put some, a lot of different suspension in it. Leave green bean alone. I'm going to get out there with the paintbrush and write green bean on the damn thing. Just for you, Olivia. I know, firewalls are for sissies, right, Ryan? The guy, Tommy Bocher's the guy he is on YouTube. He has a motorhome. He put a Hellcat Hemi engine. Oh, I think Ryan says we can tweak this Cummins up. We can put some more balls underneath the thing, and you know it's 34 foot long, and it's a rear pusher. So, I think if we cut the center out of it, and made it a little shorty, kind of like a short bus, that thing would be a wheelie burnout nightmare. Might have to punch a little more turbo in it. I think the Allison transaxle will handle it. Yeah, my motor in the motorhome's only got 42,000 miles on it. Motorhome burnouts. I don't think there's a class for motorhome burnouts. You think they'd let the shortened motorhome in the burnout competition in Florida? They'd probably shit their knickers. Hey Jay, we're just talking some serious nonsense today, man. Yeah, but the boat's a car's underneath in the boat, ain't it? It's just a boat set down on a body. Take the whole damn thing? Wow, damn, it's so top heavy though. Problem is getting the wheels to start spinning. I think once you got them to spinning would be okay. But you noticed how them little cars, the burnout area got awful small real fast. Can you imagine 34-foot motorhome in that pit? It'd definitely be hitting the wall. And it's a rolling now. Hello, Aviation King. How are you? Hell, I'd have to have the Randys haul it down there on a flatbed. I ain't buying no semi. Now, if I shortened it up enough, I could probably put it on my gooseneck flatbed. If I could make it around 20 foot long, which I think that's possible. I'm just not much of a welder. I could probably weld it enough for it to break in half. Build a platform on the roof so you can have someone on a motorcycle doing burnouts as well. Double-decker burnout. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If I do that, you'll be the guy on the motorcycle on top, all right? Does that work? Like I say, Jay, we're talking nonsense. You must make up some fabricated story, too. We're all being ignorant today. We're getting a laugh out of it. Oh, we're just talking nonsense, Aviation King. I'll tell you what, you have got one of the cleanest, nicest freaking engines I have ever seen in my life, Jay. I'm telling you, I'm assuming you're going to show your car. If you don't win something just on your motor, some type of a trophy just on the motor, something is seriously wrong. That thing is badass. I know you're putting a lot of work and a lot of cash into it, but man, it is top notch. See, I'm working on it to be ridiculous, Flex, to have a working RV burnout machine, okay? Well, why not this, Ryan? Why don't we cut the body off of it altogether and have a flatbed, okay? Then I could put railing around the outside of it. And we could get the unpolitically correct term, midgets, to come in on little mini bikes and do like Evel Knievel jumps while we're going down the road doing burnouts. Jumping from one end to the other. What do you think of that? You want to get crazy? I'm sure somebody would have to put a stop to that. Let's see. Had someone comment that your latest, they're saying it's bad to rev the engine unloaded. Okay. You know what, Carlo? It's your car. You do what you want to do, buddy. These armchair quarterback people, they're just, some people just love to hate, or haters are going to hate, you know. I get comments like that on mine too. And, you know, you go look at their channel, well, they've been on 15 years and haven't put up a damn thing, so they really have no room to talk in my book. So if all you do is come on there and bitch about everybody else's videos, and go on down the road and troll elsewhere. Oh, come on, Ryan. Where's your team player spirit, man? There is something going on in your head, and it sounds dangerous. But count you in, yeah. Well, we could build like a tower on top of the platform, Olivia, and you could be like the flag girl that climbs the top of the tower and waves a flag and cheers the crowd. How's that sound? Are you in on that? We're gonna make it crazy. Let's go crazy. We may not win a burnout contest, but you know, we'd be a fan favorite. Stripper pole? What? Okay. Hey, Randy. Boy, you come in at the right time. We got brainstorms going now, buddy. Stupid stuff. We're talking about stripping the motorhome down to a flatbed. And putting railing around it. And then Ryan's going to get with a couple midgets, and they're going to get on these little bitty, like Trail 50s, and they're going to make ramps, and they're going to jump from end to end inside on the platform of the motorhome. And we're going to take it down to Cletus, and then Olivia, we're going to mount a stripper pole up on it, and she's going to climb the stripper pole and ag the crowd on. So it's getting pretty crazy. We've got to top it off somehow. So I said we may not win out a burnout contest, but we may be a fan favorite. Almost guaranteed to go viral, right? Come on, Ghost Rider. Don't be a pansy. Yeah, that's true, David. I mean, it's so stupid and off the wall. Yeah, I'm surprised somebody else hadn't thought about it, but you know, hey, it's a good thing we all got an imagination. I'm sure some people wouldn't think it's funny whatsoever, but don't want to show the battle scars, huh? Well, they make stockings. You can put on a pair of nylons to cover that up. There you go. Want to hide in a furry suit? Furry suit riding a pocket rocket. Oh, he'd be the king of the midgets. Shenanigans. That would be a good name. Call it something Shenanigans. We just call Ryan the midget with a growth spurt. You know, they did have the elf that really wasn't an elf, so Are there redneck games? I've never heard of that. I'll have to check that out if there's such a thing. Where do they hold them at? Or do we need to start something like that? Do we need to start a redneck games in the Midwest? Problem is, we'd probably never get an insurance company to insure the event. Look it up on YouTube. Okay. They have redneck games at bike rallies. Okay. Now I've seen some of the bike rally games that they've done. Some of them look pretty funny. Oh, I guarantee it would be, David. It would definitely be bigger. I mean, just using the word redneck, that's going to bring people out of the woodwork. Even city folk like to see rednecks. They have, what do they call them around here? Like mule races. They have stagecoach races around here, actually down in Arkansas. Chuck wagon races and stagecoach races. I guess they get pretty wild. Things turn over and everything else. I've never been to one, but they do have them around here. Whatever you do, you are in. I have no doubt that you would be. And I'm sure you guys would come up with quite an idea too. Yeah, they were trying to talk about taking the motorhome to Cletus and doing the burnout contest. I said, I don't think they'd probably let me in. But, you know, if I hit the lottery and have an endless amount of money I can just blow, I can hire me a crew to come in and work on this stuff, I'd be all about it. Just some kind of stupid, nonsensical stuff that makes absolutely no sense. All about fun. You'll have to have some rules because some people will push it to get somebody hurt. So. We are ready for our first event. It's all cleared land for other events. Cool. Well, I think one thing it would probably be that would probably attract people and kind of on a smaller scale as somewhere on your land inside of one of the regular tracks, make like an RC track. Kind of open up a different venue to get people. You get people coming on a regular basis and do it every once in a while, every quarter or something, to do some RC stuff. And it wouldn't take up that much space or probably that much material to actually do it. It's kind of like the place we have about 100 miles from us. It's the Lucas Oil Raceway. They started out with just a dirt track, an oval track. It's a pretty fast track, high bank. And let's see, what else? Then they went to like dune buggy, Baja, like cross country, whoop-de-doo type track, dirt track. And now they have two big lakes. They do boat races and stuff in. I'm not sure if they've got a drag strip there or not, but it's all a big complex anymore. And it's about halfway between Springfield, Missouri and Kansas City. And they have on-site dry camping. It's we've never been to it. I've talked about it a few times, but they have these big events they have stock car racing regularly, but they have big events every now and then. hill climb for RC trucks. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm sure your landlord would throw a rod if you made ramps and a track out in your backyard. Lotus, was that when you run your boat the other day? Was that at a city park or something? I know you're feeling, Ryan. Between doing these little projects and trying to keep up with the channel and everyday life, and now I'm throwing this camper into it. I need a hired hand, but I can't find nobody to work for free. You could do a little RC drag strip. You got enough land for that? It's a park run by the Dayton model. Okay. It's for boats. Okay. It looked like a pretty clean pond. Okay. Yeah. I retired, but I don't have time. Remember, as you get older, you work slower. And it takes more time to recover. We'll talk about the devil. There's Dennis. How are you doing? I was telling them that if the motor breaks down, you'll be a good pusher motor. We're just talking nonsense today, Dennis. Talking about things to do with the motor home, and everybody's got ideas for every piece of junk car that I have out here. So, oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure that is a problem. Fishing line. So. Up. Yard art, you bet. I got lots of yard art. No, I was telling them I was gonna come and fetch the boat here in a few weeks. So. Not that I really need a boat sitting here, but I've already got a John boat sitting up behind. That's covered up in weeds. Well, these live streams eat the battery. Man. I don't know what I breathe in, but this is the first time the sun today. It's crappy most of the day. I walked outside a minute ago, sun shining, it was raining. Like I tell them earlier, I said that we're going to take take a break and do a little trial camping with the new camper Tuesday through Thursday this next week. So I'll probably do a live stream or two at the lake. So depending on if I got reception, I'm hoping I do. So. Man. Yeah, I thought we were supposed to be getting summertime. This weather has just been, it's a sloppy mess around here. I've got to get the tractor going. I got to blade the driveways because I have fairly long driveways. So, and every time it rains, it comes downpour, it erodes everything. Hello, Colleen. How are you? You missed the nonsense a while ago. Ah, rub it in, David. Rub it in. Well, I imagine your place looks like a lake then, doesn't it, Dennis? Big old funnel cloud. Yeah, I seen that. Illinois kind of notorious for that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that we don't get tornadoes here, but they're slim because of the hills. They don't seem to form real well. If they do, if they run along a ridge, then they'll. We had one in Branson a few years ago that wiped out a lot of stuff. You get enough of that at work? Well, this was silly nonsense, make you laugh. So Ryan was gonna lead a bunch of midgets on mini bikes. You did too. You did too. Olivia, did he not? Can you? And I was gonna take the motorhome and make it a flatbed, and they were gonna do jumps on the motorhome. Well, I did burnouts at Cletus's in Florida. We were going to be the crowd favorites. Well, you know, Ryan, you can always give it to your furry buddy. Be a good Christmas gift. Out him out in front of everybody. I got the thing I was talking. I don't know if this is Pops or R3, but that thing I got it boxed up. I just got to get your address put on it and get it in the mail. I'll probably get it sent off tomorrow, hopefully. Got to run into town, so I'll probably go by. I guess you get UPS. Is that a safe way to go? UPS to your shop? Do they actually deliver? It's still sale. You mean Amanda didn't make you get it out and model it? That would have been hilarious. Junkyard D, what is up? What part of the lake are you camping at? We are going to Table Rock Lake at Mill Creek. Is the campground. Believe it or not, we cannot find a campsite for our needs on a weekend anywhere local for probably 4 or 5 months. They're booked up that solid. So we had to go on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to get a campsite that was big enough to accept a camper and a truck. And again, Ryan, you're stubborn. Stubborn. We're just ignorant today, Junkyard D. Just ignorant. Just total nonsense. It looks like the live stream kicked off and started a new one. Wow. Okay. Well, I got the wrong vacuum hose. I've got to go O'Reilly's and pick up a short air filter that I ordered because I believe I'm going to have some hood issue clearance with the new carburetor and intake. I think there's only about 2 inches between that and the hood. I bought the second air cleaner that's recessed, but it came with a 3-inch air filter. So I end up buying a Wix. I think it's 1 7/8 inches. I don't know if it's going to work. So, bulge the hood, huh? Well, I don't want to break the motor. I do have a grinder. Not that I want to. You ain't just kidding there, Olivia. Everything I've had to order on this Pontiac, I've had to order. They had nothing in stock. Nothing. PVC valve for it. PCV valve, whatever you want to call it. It's a straight one. It's not a 90-degree. They had to order it. They had to order the grommet, the gaskets. Now, in their defense, the Pontiac has been years since they've been made, so. Yeah, whatever happened to that, Dennis? I heard a rumor that he's just quitting altogether, all of it. So, cut the hood and make a ram air scoop. I'm thinking about just doing it really crude and opening it up like a beer can and leave the flap on it. That's what I'm thinking. Just take a cutting torch, rough cut it, peel the flap back, call it done. Hey, it's called Poverty Tour for a reason. So go steal a stop sign and use that. Them are usually aluminum. So self-bulging hood. Okay. You're right. It is supposed to be the Poverty Tour. Problem is the money I'm putting in is I am going to be in poverty by the time I get it done. Do a ram air out of some sheet metal. Well, it's kind of what I'm thinking about is just kind of cutting a notch a little bit and then run it to the metal shop and getting some sheet metal and do a little tacking here and there. I don't want to leave the breather element exposed to the weather because I still want it to be sealed in. So leave the carb a little rich. I hope I don't have to screw with the thing. They assured me that I can drop the carburetor on there and it'll run fine just the way it is. I know that may be a selling point or a gimmick. I don't know. I guess we'll see here this weekend if she fires up. Whether the hood closes or not, I'm going to get it fired up. I guess push comes to shove, I can just take the damn hood off. Put a little flap with the hinge. You can flip it shut. Kind of like they do in the stock cars and the drag cars. They can flip it up and vent them. I don't think it'd take much to cut open, but I mean, it ain't like you can't get these hoods. I mean, it's the same damn hood as the Nova. I could buy a fiberglass hood with the scoop already in it, but I don't want to spend $500. So, time I put tires on it, get the front end aligned on it, and any other kind of crap they find wrong with it to get it to run down the road straight, they'll be 500 plus probably. That's why, Ryan, there will be no air. The way it looks like we ain't gonna need air conditioning. This cool weather keeps up. It looks like I'm gonna have to pull the inner fender on the passenger side out to get to the lower heater hose to change it. Does it have to drive straight? Well, not necessarily, Lotus, but it would be nice not to have to fight it. I mean, going through several states, gonna be driving it for 8 to 10 days. I'd rather not fight it every day. I know, straight. So is brakes. Brakes are way overrated. That's why I don't plan on putting the floorboard back into the driver's side. If the brakes fail, I can just put my feet down, just like Fred Flintstone, to stop the car. Ask Daryl. Straight is overrated, okay. Guys, I have no idea what time it is. Oh, good God, it's 5 o'clock. Guys, I need to get off here. I got parts waiting for me to O'Reilly's, and it's a 30-minute drive, so. But anyway, you guys, thanks for hanging out, man. It's 2 hours went by quick. I hadn't planned on being on here that long. Never got shit accomplished but a couple hoses, but oh well. That's the way things go. See y'all later. I'll probably do a live stream on Tuesday or Wednesday, late afternoon next week. Look for it. I may actually, you guys can watch my cork for me as I fish. All right, I'm out. See y'all.